Yo, what's good, BettorOff fam? Sports Dave here to share my best bets for this weekend's NFL Divisional Playoff round. Last week's picks went 4-2. Let's see if we can make them really pay up this week. Ready, set, bet.
Oh, let's get ready to gamble!
Welcome back, ladies and gents, boys and girls. I come bearing gifts this week. We will be giving out your choice of a free t-shirt, a free hat, or a beanie. All you gotta do is leave a comment in the section down below with your BettorOff profile name. We will randomly select 3 people and you'll get your choice of one of those 3 items. Just an FYI, these videos where I'm sharing my best bets for the weekend are gonna continue to come out every Friday for the foreseeable future. So, if you'd like to stay locked and loaded with me, make sure you subscribe to the channel and tap the bell. And hit that like button while you're at it. I also just released a Sports Betting 101 video the other day, Volume 1, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. There is more type of that content on the way as well.
It's the first of many, too, so get used to it, sister.
Anyways, let's jump into the action on the gridiron, starting with the Bengals heading to Nashville, where this line opened up with the Titans laying 3, and the total's at 47. But it looks like a lot of people are filling Titans on the over because these lines have moved up a half point pretty much with every book that I've seen so far. The Titans are getting back the crown jewel to their offense, Derrick Henry. They had a week off because of the bye, and they have a roster with veteran leadership that have been to the playoffs multiple times, and they play a physical brand of football that usually plays well during playoff time. The Bengals, on the other hand, just won their first playoff game in 30 years. Kudos. But it was also against a team whose last playoff win was 19 years ago. Something had to give. But make no mistake, the Bengals are a dangerous team as long as Joe Burrow is steering the boat. Because of that, it makes it hard for me to lay the points with Tennessee at 3.5. I think they win, but that hook is really holding me back. My best bet for this game is to try and find a book offering the Titans at -3. Or I'm also considering playing a 2-pick parlay with the Titans on the money line, and I kind of like the under to fade the public action here. But you know, follow what you're feeling. I would only risk 1 unit on this play. For game number 2 happening on Saturday, the 49ers are going to be heading to the frozen tundra to square off against the Packers. Depending on which book you go to, you can get the Packers at -5.5, or you can also get the 49ers at +6. The total's at 47 at most places after it opened at 48. This game features a couple of wonderkind coaches between Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur. Since LaFleur was hired, these guys have met 4 times. The Niners won the first 2, and the Packers have won the last 2. Personally, I think that Shanahan squeezes the potential out of his team, and I give him a slight edge, but it's also hard to argue with the results that Matt LaFleur has actually produced. Not to mention, he gets the Rodgers rate, which I think really makes the biggest difference between these 2 teams. Plus, Garoppolo is nursing a shoulder and thumb injury as if he needed another disadvantage, and Nick Bosa's status to play is still up in the air. I gotta roll with the Packers on this win at -5.5. I considered the under at first, but after seeing the line drop, I would probably stay away from that total. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give this one a 1 because I don't like laying that many points in a playoff game. By the way, do not forget to check out the rankings page on the BettorOff app. These are the players that have done best in every single sport on BettorOff. We are searching for the GOAT, so be a part of a movement towards transparency in the sports betting industry. We are building a stage for others to shine on and make money as a pro sports handicapper to sell your best bets. The best part is, it's free.
Free.
This is sick!
Yep, I said free. No tricks, no credit card, no introductory period, no monthly subscription at the end. I'm talking about 100%, no strings attached, free. And if you haven't already downloaded the app, make sure you use promo code DAVE when you do, and you'll get 1,000 free coins.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
For Sunday's first game, Hollywood's going to be basing their next motion picture out in Tampa this Sunday as the Rams square off against the Bucs. Most places have the Bucs at -3 points, and the total is swinging between 48.5 and 48. If you really like Tampa Bay, you might be able to find them at 2.5. But I think the Rams are going to knock out the defending champs this weekend straight up. They already did it earlier this season. They won 34-24. Some of Tampa Bay's best players have been dropping like flies over the past couple weeks. Not to mention, the Rams are getting healthier as they go. Getting Cam Akers back last week, and he looked very good too. And Von Miller starting to show the return on investment they put into him. And throughout the years, if there's ever been one thing that has given Tom Brady some fits and troubles, is getting pressure right up the middle. The Rams happen to have a guy that's pretty good in that area. So I'm not even messing with any of the points in this one. I'm taking the Rams on the money line to win this game straight up. The best I've found so far is +130. But I will keep checking more and more as we get closer to game time. And if you like to follow any BettorOff profiles that have been good against the money line, I recommend some of these guys that you see here. If you think you can do better, then put up or shut up on BettorOff. Our last game of the weekend should be the best one in my opinion. The Mafia is heading to KC and the Chiefs are a 2-point favorite in most places that I've found. The total's at 53.5. The line opened at 2.5 and I've seen it as low as 1.5 in some places. So definitely shop around for the best odds on this one. Personally, I'm going to side with the public action on this one. I mentioned in last week's video that the Bills were my preseason pick to win it all, and I'm sticking to it. The Bills have the most well-rounded roster top to bottom in my opinion. Their biggest flaw on offense was probably their run game, or lack thereof, but Devin Singletary has been stepping up his game, and playoff Josh Allen looked like an absolute beast last week, and he made it seem like he was playing the regular season with training wheels on. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy for me to bet against Pat Mahomes playing at home, but there are 52 other guys on each team's roster, and I think that the Bills are deeper in that regard. Just a side note, Bills coach Sean McDermott is actually a spawn of Andy Reid's coaching tree. So far they've met 4 times and they are 2-2. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of value in me taking the money line in this game. I can either get plus 110 and no points, or I can get 2 points at minus 110. I say I might as well take those points. But as far as my confidence, I would rate this one a 3. Now you can follow or fade any of my picks, or you can also find out who's an absolute dead ringer against the spread on our rankings page. Make sure to keep an eye out for our top guys, as they'll oftentimes submit their best bets close to the kickoff. That's a wrap for the picks in this video, guys. Remember that real pros document their bets, so start playing like one. I may be mentioning your profile in future videos as a good person to buy picks from. Remember, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your BettorOff handle, and I'll keep an eye out to see how you stack up.